A Hermantown highway divided by passion reveals what's at stake in this presidential election, along with just how critical northern Minnesota is to each campaign.
We definitely support Biden. We like the truth.
We are turning red that our president is helping everyone.
Vice President Biden touring the Carpenter Training Center alongside labor leaders, with fellow Democrats touting his loyalty to workers.
There's no doubt about who is standing with working people in Minnesota and all across this country, and that is Vice President Biden.
And Biden himself claiming he has plans to promote jobs.
Hello, Minnesota.
Old and new.
I have a big, ambitious plan that bets on the American worker. My plan is going to create millions of good-paying jobs, building the products and technologies that we need now and in the future.
A message the Democrats hope will resonate, along with one about coming together.
We must unite this country. It's the only way we can move forward.
But on this highway of competing calls to action,
we would welcome you to be on the right side of history whenever you're ready.
The main message received, Northern Minnesota matters this presidential election.
And the Democratic nominee also touched on other issues as well, including how the president has responded to the pandemic, as well as his alleged comments regarding the U.S. military. And we will talk more about those issues tonight at 10. But obviously, Randy and Julie, a really busy day here in northern Minnesota.
All right. Thank you very much, Carla. All right.